So, with AI shaping pretty much everything these days, you have to ask, what's our role in all this? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful idea that our future isn't about competing with AI, but about becoming its architect of meaning. And this quote, man, it just nails it. I mean, think about it. At what point does a bunch of random noise start to feel like it actually means something, like there's a purpose behind it? That's the exact line we're walking today. How we go from just raw patterns to real, actual meaning. And really getting a handle on the shift from noise to intent is absolutely key. It's pretty much how we're going to define our whole partnership with AI and, shape what comes next. Okay, so we all know what AI is just incredible at, right? It's basically a pattern finding machine on a scale that, well, our brains just can't even begin to wrap around. Yep, you can point an AI at literally any data set. We're talking financial markets, social media feeds, even our own genetic code, and it will just never stop finding patterns. It's like a fire hose of information. But having all those patterns, that brings up a really important question, because that's not the real work. See, the hard part isn't finding the patterns. It's everything that has to happen after the patterns are found. And this is where we run into 5 huge challenges that AI on its own has no way of solving. And this right here, this is the big mental shift we all need to make. We've been so obsessed with the machine's ability to detect stuff that we've totally missed how complicated the human side of the equation is. The part that actually makes all that detection useful. So what are these human tasks? Well, here they are. These 5 steps, they're like the human layer of judgment, of teamwork, and wisdom that we have to build on top of all that raw AI output. Let's dive into each one. All right, first up, just figuring out what matters. An AI can find a million correlations, sure, but which one actually means something? Like, is it a meaningful pattern that ice cream sales and shark attacks go up at the same time? Of course not. It's just summer. It takes a human to separate the real signal from all that noise. Okay, number 2 is context. And context is pretty much everything a machine just doesn't get. It doesn't understand culture or sarcasm or why a certain historical event matters. All those subtle little things about a situation, that's the stuff that only we as humans can bring to the table. Now, this one is so important. Truth isn't static, it changes. Something that's 100% true today might be totally wrong tomorrow. An AI model can check a fact, like right now, but it takes actual people paying attention over time to make sure that information stays correct as the world keeps changing around it. All right, next up, this one's all about trust, really. Like, where did this information come from? Who said it first? Keeping that chain of credit, that attribution, is absolutely fundamental. It's how we build trust, and it's how we make sure people get credit for their work. Without that, the whole system just falls apart. And last but not least, we've got the huge coordination challenge. I mean, how in the world do you get thousands, maybe even millions of people working together on this stuff without it all turning into a mess? How do you build a system that actually encourages people to help out in a good way while also fighting off all the spam, the manipulation, and the people trying to wreck it? It's a massive, massive problem. So when you step back and look at all 5 of these challenges together, this new role for us starts to come into focus. We're not just people typing prompts into a box. No, we are something much more important. We are the architects of meaning. And that right there, that's basically our new job description for the 21st century. It's not passive at all. It's a very active role. We're the ones who take the raw stuff the AI finds and we shape it, we verify it, and we give it the context it needs to become actual knowledge, something that has real value. And what you get is this really incredible partnership. The AI finds the signal, but we decide what it means. The AI detects a pattern, but we provide the context. The machine spits out the data, but we are the ones who verify the truth. It's a perfect give and take. Which, of course, brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. If this is how things are going to work, this new division of labor, then we have to ask, who's really in charge here? Because what this really shows us is that the process matters just as much as the final result. It's not enough to just know what a signal means. We have to know how that meaning was decided, how it was checked, and how it's being used. That's the bedrock of trust for any system. And that leaves us with this one last really big question to think about. The machine's going to find the patterns. That's a given. But the real power, the ultimate power, belongs to whoever gets to decide what it all means. And that's both the challenge and the incredible opportunity for every single one of us as we step into this new role as architects of meaning.